What's going on, guys? It's your boy Hato, or Hato, tomato, however you want to pronounce it. And today I'm going to give y'all a little story time on the day I got jumped. Now, this happened maybe 2011 maybe. It's a while ago. I was like 10, 11 years old. These boys are like 16 or 17. It's not that long of a story, but it's kind of a long story, so let's get into it. All right, so let's start with the story. So this happened around 2010, 2011. I was going into the 7th grade, I believe. And so I was in the 6th grade, basically going to the 7th grade. I think it happened over the summer, if I'm not mistaken. My memory serves me correctly. I think it happened over the summer, but we're gonna start like way from the beginning. Not like way from the beginning, like when I was born, obviously, but like I'm saying, like, okay, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, me and my brother, we kind of like, I wouldn't say ran the neighborhood, but like we were like the go-to spot. Everybody, if y'all know about neighborhoods when y'all was kids, like everybody had a go-to spot that y'all hung at. So we had the basketball court, we had all the activities, blah blah blah. All our close friends would spend the night at our crib. Like we were the spot. We had a basketball court because obviously me and my brother, we love to hoop. So we lived kind of in the hood. Like not even trying to be that guy. It's like, oh, I grew up hard, but like we grew up in the hood for real. So like we had older dudes coming, and our neighborhood was like connected to another neighborhood. So like try to keep up with me because I'm about to be just going. But our neighborhood was connected to another neighborhood. It was like an apartment complex that was even worse than our neighborhood. And we used to have guys, I'm like I said, me and my brother, like I'm 10, he's 2 years younger, so he's around 8 or 9, I'm 10, 11. We used to have guys coming that was 15, 16, 17, sometimes older, over to our house to hoop, you feel me? So like, we used to always play with somebody that was older. We was never really around people our age. Like we were, but we weren't. Like we used to always have people, you feel me? And we was cool with everybody because everybody wanted to play at our court. So like we couldn't really be in beef with nobody because everybody wanted to come over and hoop with us or use our court to hoop. So we were kind of that spot. But for whatever, on this particular day, me and my brother decided to hoop at our other friend's court. He was a close friend at the time. He had his own court, and his court was even more fire than our court because his was like dug into the ground to the point where you could dunk on it and it wouldn't come up. So his family had like found a way to dig it into the ground and shit like that, which is fire. We wanted to do that, but like it was a little different. We had to roll our court to the side of the street, you know, traditionally. They had theirs in the ground. So like for some reason that day we didn't hoop at our court. We probably just didn't feel like it. And his court used to be the spot until we moved there. Like everybody used to hoop at his crib until we got there, and then it started transitioning to our court. Sometimes we would go play at his shit, but a lot of times they were playing at our shit. We kind of stole that shit from him, if I'm being honest. So for whatever reason, like I said though, this day we wanted to hoop at his shit. So we decided to hoop at his court, and we were hooping, having fun, blah, blah, blah. These two dudes from the other neighborhood I was telling y'all about, using two little boys, two little kids. I'm not naming names in none of these videos. Actually, I'll give them fake names. One's name was Buster, and then one's name was Skip. Fuck it. I don't know why I came up with that shit, but Buster and Skip, that's what their names is gonna be. But Buster and Skip came from the other neighborhood. As they coming from another neighborhood, we kind of look, cause we don't really fuck with them like that, cause we know like it's like weird. Like we knew our neighborhood was shit and their neighborhood was shit, but we kind of knew like, hey, not that we were scared of them, but hey, them motherfuckers is trouble. So like we kind of keep our distance. You feel me? So like they start coming from a distance. Pause. They start coming from a distance, and me and my brother kind of looking, gave him like a little side eye. Well, we was like hooping with the friend that we said. So the dude's court that we hooping at, we gonna name him. What we gonna name him? Richard. Fuck it. His name wasn't Richard. We're gonna name him Richard. That's the first name that came to mind. So we hooping at Richard shit. So it's me, my brother, Richard. So we see him coming from a distance. We're like, oh fuck, here they come. So we hooping. You see him coming. Oh yeah, I forgot to leave out a part. Before they even came over, we already had plans. Like, hey, we kind of sick of. We was always talking. We was like, we sick of playing basketball. We about to get on the trampoline. Because Richard had a trampoline in his backyard, and we loved being on this trampoline. So we was already on some like, hey shit, let's go to the trampoline. Fuck this hooping shit. We've been hooping for an hour or two, or however long it was. It was like, shit, we've been hooping for a minute. Let's go on the trampoline. As soon as we about to get on the trampoline, these two motherfuckers come. So now we like, fuck, now we don't want to just leave abruptly because it's gonna look bad. But now we don't really want to stay and just keep hooping, especially not with them because they troublemakers and we don't really know these motherfuckers like that. And back then, I'm kind of funny acting now, but back then I was really funny acting with motherfuckers I did not like recognize or know. So like, that's what the shit was. So basically, they come over and we kind of giving them like a. So we get. I don't know why we did this. This is the biggest mistake I personally made in the whole situation. What I should have did was I shouldn't handle it the way I handle it. So me and my brother and Richard, we kind of talking and we like whispering to each other. And as we whispering to each other, like, hey, how we gonna ditch him to get on the trampoline, blah, blah, blah. They started giving us a look like a mug, like, what the fuck? Like, y'all talking shit? So, and I noticed the look, but I didn't think anything of it at the time. So they eventually kind of give us a look, but they walk off. So we're like, oh, okay, cool. Y'all made our job easy. Now we can just get on the trampoline. So we on the trampoline playing, blah, 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 this and that, ha, having fun, keying, probably did some wrestling moves, whatever the fuck we did. I think I end up spending the night, me and my brother end up spending the night at Richard's house, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not too sure. But from that point forward, I want to say, I wish I remembered how long it was, the time, the distance, the time frame within the day it started and then the incident. I'm not sure, but all I know is it was a couple of days went by. It might have been the next day. I don't know. Nah, it wasn't the next day. But anyway, my cousin, we're gonna name my cousin Douglas. Douglas comes over. It's me, my brother, Douglas now. Douglas is probably my favorite cousin. Not even probably, he's definitely my favorite cousin of all time. Talk to him pretty much every day, if not every day, once a week. He's not even a cousin at this point. He's my brother, my second brother, if we're being honest. Douglas comes over, favorite cousin. He spends the night. So the next day, we probably gamed all night. I don't know what we did that night, the night before, obviously, but day comes. We decide our neighborhood, we had a school right behind our neighborhood, or right behind my house. It was a little distance, but it was probably like 100 feet maybe. It was a school and then it was a playground. The playground is where everybody went to play, obviously. It's called a playground. But like the whole neighborhood would go there. Other people from different neighborhoods would go and chill at the playground. That was like the spot. So like me, I decided to take my brother and my cousin, Douglas, to the playground. So being that I felt like taking him to the playground, we walk out, we go to the playground, we chilling, we having fun. We probably at the playground maybe 30 minutes, if that. And the way the playground was set up is it was a big ass field. And you remember the other neighborhood I was telling y'all about? It was a big ass field, but then there was a fence that separated their neighborhood from the field and then the playground, and then it was also a fence that separated their neighborhood from ours. But it was a big ass hole in the fence that I don't know if somebody kicked it down or whatever and made a hole or whatever. But it was always, a lot of people always go through that fence to get to our neighborhood or just passing by to pass through. So from a distance, I'm on the jungle gym or the monkey bars, whatever the fuck you want to call it, whatever the shit was. I see a group of like dudes coming from a distance. So I'm looking, and if y'all know how real life situations work, you get this gut feeling, just like an epiphany, gut feeling, whatever you want to call it. But I just got a gut feeling when I looked down the field and saw them coming. So I'm just like, I was like, something ain't right about this shit. They came in a pack. Them motherfuckers, you know how motherfuckers be coming in. They came in a pack. It was like 4 or 5, 6 of them. So I'm like, something ain't right. So I'm trying to get we weren't even there for 30 minutes. Cause I think we had just got there 10, 15 minutes prior. Cause I'm trying to get my cousin and my brother to get come on, hey, let's go back to the crib. Let's go back to the house. They on some, no, we just got here. No. So I'm like, bro, I was like, please, just like, come on. I wasn't pleading, but I'm like, come on, let's just go. And they, nah. So at this point, I'm just like, fuck. These motherfuckers not trying to get up. And I didn't want to spook them and then be like, oh, well, I'm about to get beat the fuck up or I'm about to get jumped. So like, let's go. I didn't want to scare them like that because they were young. Like at this time, I'm 10, 11. My brother and my cousin both were probably like 8 or 9 years old. Like they young. Like, so I'm like, I ain't really trying to spook them, or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's nothing happening. I wasn't even really thinking that hard. I was just like panicking in my mind. So I didn't even think to like just tell them, like, hey, let's just go. These motherfuckers is trouble. I didn't think to tell them that. It happened so fast. Like it started from them being away, a football field away, but then them motherfuckers was here. So I'm like, fuck. So the boys, I'm trying to convince my cousin and my brother, let's get up and go. but they're not budging. And eventually the boys get like really close, and then at that point it's damn near wraps. So like there's nothing I could do. One of them, I think like 4 or 5 of them like cornered. It was like an opening to the playground, like a gate. A lot of them just stayed outside the gate, and then only like I think one of them came in there, and it was the one that I seen at the basketball court with Richard when me and my brother were there. So like he in there, and I already knew what he doing when he came in there. He's trying to like butter me up and question me. He started asking like weird ass questions. I can't remember what the fuck he was asking me. He used to start asking weird ass questions and just like on some weird shit. So I'm just like, bro, I don't even know you like that. And you just asking me certain shit. So then I got off the monkey bars trying to like, you know, talk to him like, let's go. And like trying to like ease my way out. But he started following me. So I'm like, so like, I'm trying to get out. He started following me. So I'm like, I see what this is about to do. I see what's about to happen. So like, as he's following me, I try to get out the gate. The boys got closer and start circling the gate. So I kind of like ran straight into they trap, and they just start circling me. So as they circling me, I already know what's happening then. My brother and my cousin were nowhere to be found. I don't know where the fuck they was at. I think they was still in there playing, thinking it was just like, oh, whatever. They just playing and talking, whatever the case. So they circle me. One of them tried to pick me up. And I guess he tried to like pick me up. Like if you don't know, y'all don't know what dropping means. I guess he tried to pick me up by my legs and just like drop me on my shit. But like it did not work. Cause he was way smaller than me and I was like bigger. Like I wasn't huge, but I was bigger than him. He just tried to pick me up and drop me, and that shit was just not gonna work. And as they doing that, he's trying to pick me up. And I was a no fighting ass nigga when I was little. So like me now, I wouldn't even been in that situation. I mean, God forbid, knock on wood. I wouldn't have been in that situation. I would have seen that shit coming. And I'm so paranoid now just because of little shit like that I'm not gonna just let that shit happen. You're gonna have to like really do some shit or really think some shit through to like get me, you know what I'm saying? But like, even if I'm in a fight situation, I would have like tried to hit like knee him in the face or like punch him in the back and hit something. Like he like left everything open for me to attack. I just was soft as hell and just not even really soft, just didn't know what the fuck to do. Like I never had a situation like that. So, you know what I'm saying? But basically, he tried to pick me up and failed. So then as this happens, they just start kind of like, they didn't really like fuck me up though. Like one like hit me in the stomach. So as he hit me in the stomach, I fell. Or like I like hunched over. And I think one like hit me like in my eye. And at this point, my brother and my cousin see it and they like start like crying and then they ran away, which I had expected to happen because what the fuck they gonna do at 8 or 9 years old? By the way, these boys that are doing all this, one, they're all like, a couple of them are my age, and then like I think they're all like my age, and the couple were older, and then one was like 15, 16. He was like old as hell. I think he's the one that hit me in the eye or something like that, and then one hit me in the stomach, and then I think one like stomped me, and then at this point they just ran. I don't know why they just ran. I guess because my cousin and my brother ran. They decided, oh, let's go before people come and then notice. I guess they run off. So I get up immediately because it's like they didn't fuck me up. They just like there's 5 of them. They just hit me in the eye and the stomach and shit. They ran off. So I get up holding my eye because like if you get hit in your eye hard enough, that shit like, even though it's like good, it should be like ringing. Like I can't explain it, but it just be weird. So I'm still holding my eye, and then eventually I get up. Where was I at? Yes, I'm holding my eye. I get back to the house. Walking very slowly, I finally get back to the house. At this point, my cousin and my brother already had explained to my parents what had happened and everything like that. So like they already knew the story, but when I got in there, I was thinking it was just gonna be on some just like whatever it is, what it is. They was like, we about to go, we about to call the police, we about to go find them, let's fuck them up, blah blah blah. I'm like, wait, what? I'm thinking I'm about to just, you know, take the L, about to be in the crib, go to sleep. Well, it was at this point, it was in the afternoon, but you get my point. Like I'm thinking I might just be in the crib. It is what it is. They was talking about let's go and this and that, blah blah. So I'm like, all right, bet. We got in the car. They knew exactly what neighborhood to go to. Like I said, it was the neighborhood that had the fence right across from us that they knew already. I might have told them, but I'm pretty sure they already knew. We get in the car. At this point, like I said, my mom was she already had called the police and stuff. So we get to the other neighborhood. When then we see the kids. I ain't gonna lie, this dinner is some fast shit. We see the kids. So then we just driving around real slow in like the apartment complex trying to find them. So eventually we stopped the car. We like stumble across them. So then I'm holding my eyes still on point like, oh, is he right there? So my mom started having a conversation with her, like, I forget what the fuck she said, but she said something along the lines of like, what's going on? Like, what happened? Blah, blah, blah. So then she might have said some shit like, you hit my son. Something happened, but then he was like, whatever, bitch, blah, blah. And then she was like, bitch. I don't know why my pops didn't. I'm surprised he didn't, like, cause my pops, he get in that mode, he crazy. Like, I don't want to say the word crazy. I feel like that's a negative, like, connotation, but he ain't fucking around. So, like, I guess he was just on some chill shit. I don't know, but they start going back and forth, and then she said something to him. She said something to him. I can't remember exactly how it went, but it was just going back and forth down there. And eventually the cops got there. Their whole story was basically like, we had to wait for the cops to get there. We were just sitting in the apartment complex, but as soon as the cops got there, they started asking what happened. And we didn't press no charges and nothing like that, obviously, but like, I guess it was just a lesson to be learned type shit. I don't know. I guess their story was like, it all stems back to that day where we was at the basketball court, me, my brother, and Richard, quote unquote, my best friend, who I'm not gonna name for real, and then the two boys, Douglas and fucking, what was the other boy's name that I said? I can't fucking remember. You know what I'm saying though. The two other boys, the ones that were at the court that we were trying to avoid, basically, they story was that, like, I guess I was talking about their moms or something like that when I was like whispering my brother and then my friend. I guess they figured we were just trying to sneak diss them and shit, which we weren't. We were just trying to figure out how to be nice. Like, really, we was just trying to figure out a way to be nice about it without telling them like, hey, y'all gotta go. We about to go to his backyard and play and whatever. Instead, we kind of went about it the wrong way, like on some trying to be secretive shit, and they took it the wrong way and thought we were talking shit. That's their story. I think they were just threatened by me and want to make a statement, but their story was that I was talking about their moms. He was like, I remember one boy, it was just like so silly. I remember one boy walked up to me and was like, I thought you called my mom a bitch. And I was like, huh? What the fuck? Why would I call your mom? I didn't, like, unprovoked. Why would I just say that? But I was like, okay. And we made amends. Well, we didn't really make amends, but this was one of the things where it's like, whatever. We didn't press charges, and kind of just left without doing anything. I ended up seeing one of the boys that did it in school. Went to school, like I told y'all, I was going into 7th grade. So I remember I had an English class. I think her name was my teacher's name. I still know her. I think her name was like Miss Cheeks. Anyway, we in class. First day of class, I remember walking in the classroom, and I see one of the boys that did it. And he was like one of the catalysts. He was the one that when you go back to the story, in the beginning of the story or the middle, I guess, he's the one that was like trying to butter me up and talk me down and shit and trying to, like, you know, at the playground. So he was like a main factor. And he was also one of the two boys that was at the court too that thought I was talking shit. So he was like a main catalyst. I should have fucked him up when I saw him. But at this point, I kind of forgot about it, and then I didn't even really give a fuck no more. And this is also at a point where I was still kind of like quote unquote like soft and wasn't trying to fight really. But like if it was now or anything like that, he would have been definitely fucked up. Not even know like I'm a tough guy or shit, but like I just can't. I'm not letting that shit slide now. But that was some bullshit. Cause like I stay out of everything. Like I wasn't like a troublemaker by any means. Like I definitely did shit, but like I wasn't really like a troublemaker. Not enough to get beat up by niggas that was way older than me, and 4 or 5 of them at that. So it was just, that shit was ridiculous. And then like I always like joke with my cousin about it too, cause he always was like, man, I don't know why I ain't do nothing. I was fighting back then too. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I don't know why I wasn't. And we always like go back and forth about it. He's like, man, if I don't know what the fuck I was doing. And I always make fun of my brother for it too, but it was nothing really, like just young niggas being young niggas, I guess. But it wasn't really traumatic. It made me start looking over my shoulder a lot. Like that shit made me like every time I go out in public now, I just be like looking at everything, everybody, scoping the place out and there before I even like let my guard down and have a little fun. I always try to scope it out. And then even still, I'm still like on edge about certain shit. Obviously other shit was a factor into it as well, but like that was one of the main factors of me being the way I am, is like I just be knowing shit's gonna happen. Like even like when like before the like me getting jumped, like I got hit by a tornado. Like my apartment complex got hit by a tornado and got fucking destroyed. I kind of knew that shit was gonna happen way before it happened. Like before lights start flickering and shit, I was like, man, I got a bad feeling. I just got a gut feeling. I don't think it's a gift really. I think a lot of human beings are able to like kind of just do that, and you just have a sense of like, oh, something not right. But like, I think I'm one of those people that had that gift. That's another story too. The tornado shit. That's another story I'm gonna write. I'm gonna do another story time on the tornado shit. That shit was nuts. You think this shit was nuts? That shit was nuts. And every time it's around my birthday in May, it's always some type of scare that we have. But this particular moment was like, that's gonna be a lengthy story time. But hope y'all enjoyed though. That was me and the time I got jumped. Wasn't the funnest of times. I remember after it happened, my father he tried to teach me how to box and shit. I'm like, bro, it was 5 of them niggas. If it was one-on-one, I'd probably been cool. But there was 5 of them. Like, no boxing lesson gonna teach me that. I need to learn fucking karate for that, or some goddamn. Have y'all ever seen the movie Blood and Bone? Y'all ever seen the movie Blood and Bone? I'm gonna put the clip right now. If y'all ever seen the movie Blood and Bone, some shit like this, what he did when he killed like 4 or 5 niggas at once. Shit like that is what I need to learn in order to get out of situations like that. Other than that, no boxing is gonna teach me no shit about getting jumped, unless I'm just fucking Sugar Ray Leonard or goddamn fucking Shakur Stevenson or whatever his name is, or fucking Tank or something like that. Other than that, like, no, like, it's just not happening. But that's gonna do it for me though. That was the story time of how I got jumped. It's been your boy Hato, Tomato. I'm out of here. Oh yeah, by the way, let me know if you fuck with these type of videos. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how you like them. If you want me to do more, if you don't want me to do more, let me know if you like my gaming videos. Let me know if you like my reactions. Just let me know. Anyways, it's been your boy Hato, Tomato, and I'm out of here for the second time. Peace.